Do your daily affirmations, meaning read them, but pick the ones that to write out that you need to like make it happen. Well, one of them got to be money. And then you got to understand the numbers. So, Mr. Mooney, could you break down the importance of numbers now that we're recording live and why that is significant? We are on Mavette TV if you want to come over, but you can stay on the line if you don't have Mavette TV. It's MavetteTV.com, MavetteTV.com. If you want to have a visual, you can do that. But if you don't, that's okay. You can stay on the phone lines because I want to make sure 110% people get this information because I'm going to give a visual that's in your training manual, your Wealth 2 training manual that I didn't go over in the training. I was saving it for Saturday because I wanted to see who was going to be here the next weekend. Be honest with you. And I get some people can't be on. Like Deborah Days, her mom just went into the hospital. Guess what? I don't expect her to be on. But I do know she was still texting people from the hospital to make sure they had the information. But I'm seeing who really wants to learn this money, money, M-I-N-D. You gentlemen said it so apropos. You kept saying mine. If you stay that way, gentlemen, I will lead you to the promised land. But what goes in your mind, there's a variety of things, and Mr. Mooney will explain one of the components that needs to go in your mind. So I have Daryl Mooney on. How are you, Mr. Mooney?
I'm great. I'm fantastic. I'm awesome. Thank you for asking, Mr. C. How are you?
I am fantastic. We like for you to elaborate on the importance of understanding the numbers in reference to manifesting numerical wealth. Could you elaborate on that, please?
Yes, I've come through some epiphanies. I've come to some realizations and to some enlightenment. I love the fact that you brought up with the gentleman about the mind. It made me think of my mind is on my money, and my mind is on my money, and my money is on my mind. My mind is on my money, and my money is on my mind. I love it. I love it. I love it. The mind. My realization is the fact that I learned, and this realization came about from the Mavette system, came from the master teacher's course in the morning. It came from your teachings, most importantly, Mr. C, was the idea of counting your money, the numerical aspect of the money. There's the difference between prosperity consciousness and money consciousness. Prosperity, we know, is riches in every area of your life, great health, great relationships, great lifestyle, great bank account, all of that. But when you focus on the money consciousness, now you're talking about specifically money. And you're talking about the money consciousness, so you in the system or in any system, you have to learn how to count the money. You teach us to visualize and to affirm the creator money consciousness of actually creating money through the system, the $10,000 a month. Okay, $10,000 a month is a number. That number, by the way, if folks remember, Robert Kiyosaki of Rich Dad, Poor Dad series fame, that gentleman said that in an interview, his career took off. His career took off after he started making $10,000 a month. That is a powerful number. And you taught us months ago, Mr. C, the power of one. The power of one. You take a one and you put a zero to the right of that 1, now you have 10. Another 0, you have 100. Another 0, 1,000. Another 0, 10,000. Another 0, you add 100,000. Another 0, you add 1,000,000. I mean, that is powerful. And zero, you can keep adding the zeros. If you want to give yourself a dynamic raise, visualize, affirm, write down another 0. Okay? The power of numbers. There's even a spiritual, numerical science behind it called numerology. The power of 33, 22, 11, so on and so on, the power of numbers. So we know that numbers are powerful. In our system, in the Mavette system, at the 10,000, let's say I want to make, or let's say I have $10,000 a month in the Mavette system. Just an example. So here, I affirm that. So I ask myself, how can I get that $10,000 a month? I look in the system. I look at it specifically. I look at the 660 financing second chance system. I look at that. I, as a CTI, when I share, when I contribute, when I sell that system each time, I make $500. Okay, I take the $500. How many do I want to sell? 1, that's $500. 2, that's $1,000. 3, that's $1,500. 4, that's $2,000. On and on, all the way up to 5. That's what? That's $2,500. I can make a week. I can make a month. I can make a week. I can make a day. It's all on me, but the numbers don't lie. I can control my financial destiny. I can help control my financial destiny through numbers. They say we always have learned about, like, let's say, for instance, in the movie The Law of Attraction, we may have learned how to affirm, we may have learned how to visualize, but we didn't learn to count the numbers. And they say the millionaires, and the billionaires, when you combine your visualization and your affirmation with the number, the amount that your dream and vision is going to cost, which we ask in Module 1. If you could get the money that you needed for your dreams and vision, how much would that be? You have to count in your head. You have to count the number. And again, the number strengthens your visualization, causes the law of attraction, causes that ROS, that reticular activating system in your brain, because now it is seeking the numbers, and it's like a GPS system in your brain. It starts seeking that number. And the beauty, Mr. C, in our system, the job is already done for you, for us. In the system, you can add the numbers. You don't have to go anywhere else and find it. You can find it. It's right there in the system. So all we have to do is take advantage of it, use the numbers to strengthen the visualization, to strengthen the law of attraction, and to strengthen our manifestation powers. It's all about the numbers. Back to you, Mr. C.
Excellent. If you're on MavetteTV.com right now, I'm showing you the numbers. If you have your training manual, you will see the numbers, which is on page 29. Page 29. Page 29. Page 29. And if you see on page 29, it starts from the bottom and it goes up. We're on our way up. It's the visualization you need to see. This also needs to be an exclusive page in your self-image millionaire action tools. It says king and queen crown producer. We are identifying you as a king or a queen or a king. Why? It's a subconscious thing. It's an emotional thing. And we have defined you as a crown producer. Now, this is based on a simple theoretical example of $50,000 per deal in a month. 660 to six figures. We're constantly feeding into your mind of who you are. Because whatever you auto-suggest on a consistent basis, you will become. So we are auto-suggesting, here we go, numbers that are, here we go, in the system. Because once you understand the numbers and they are auto-suggested, I know I'm being repetitive here, but you've got to understand this. This ain't hard. It's hard work to auto-suggest every day, especially if you're not used to it. But we give you a nice visual. Look at the top of it. It says king and queen, but what's right behind it subliminal, in a subliminal message? $1 million bill. Mm-hmm. Thank you for that, Mr. Nickens. Mr. Nickens always contributing something. I think we need to put $1 million bill behind king and queen crown producer. That's my man. That's my man. Oh, this stuff we doing in your mind, it's a mind game. I'm telling you what we doing to your mind. And you shouldn't mind that we putting $1 million in your mind.
Hold up, Mr. C. Hold up, Mr. C. Look at this. I'm going to show you something now. I'm going to just pull out my pocket. And tell them what's falling out my pocket here.
You got business cards, you got your $1 million bill.
I got my $1 million. I pull it out and I ask folks, hey, you got change for this? And they look at me and they start laughing. They said, is that $1 million bill? I said, you better believe it.
So
this ain't no game, Mr. C.
This is not a game. This is a mind game. These guys said it right, man. Remember, your subconscious mind doesn't know what's right, what's wrong, what's up, and what's down. It only knows what you feed it. And if you feed your king and queen crown producer, it's going to stop believing it. And if it starts feeding that the numbers, I'm trying to teach y'all how to do this. 1 500, simple theoretical example, you make 500. 2 500, you make 1,000. 3 500, you make 1,500. 4 500, you make 2,000. 5 500, you make 5 crown, 2,500. You say, well, I already know the math, but you don't know this math. And it's a subliminal thing where we got you starting from the bottom and going up. And then once you reach 5, it's 5 crown. Once you reach 10, it's 10 double crown. And once you reach 20, it's double crown elite. So you have to have a goal. You have to have a vision. You have to have something that kicks in your subconscious mind. So at the top, if we say you're a king and queen crown producer, subliminally your mind is saying, oh, okay, well, what's that? Okay, that's a 5 crown. Okay, that's a 10 double crown. Okay, that's a double crown elite. That's who I am? Okay, let's work towards getting that. What does that equal to? Oh, 10 grand a month. Well, what are we marketing? 660. 660 to 6 figures. What does 660 represent? Money. You should write this down. This is important, what I'm going to give you. We're looking for people looking for us, but look at this. Listen to this. We're looking for people who are qualified, and we're looking for people who want to be qualified. Now, why is that important? Some people might have 660 up to 700 right now, but many don't. So that means they're not qualified, but they want to be qualified. But if somebody doesn't want to be qualified, we ain't looking for them. If somebody doesn't want to be qualified, we're not looking for them. So let's take a look at this again. This should be an exclusive page in your self-image millionaire action tools. This should be a visual that you go through in the morning and in the evening. You should focus on where you want to be, but you want to focus from I'm going up Double crown, that's where I'm going to be. 10 grand, that's in my mind. What did Daryl said? I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind.